Hello and thank you for watching. I'm Ashley Van Dyke with Advantage Software, and on today's video, Eclipse 12 Live Monitor, I'm going to show you another incredible playback feature that you'll only find in Eclipse 12. In our previous videos, we've talked about the other two playback methods available in Eclipse 12. First, your typical playback, which has always existed in Eclipse and is tied to Tools, Multimedia, and Play. And then last week, we covered Alt Playback, which is tied to Tools, Multimedia, Alt Play. Alt Play allows you to play back to a different device or with different settings. And this week, we're going to cover Monitor Playback. This functionality is tied to Tools, Multimedia, Monitor, and you can live monitor using any device available on your computer for playback, and you can use it with a custom delay as well as custom speed and threshold settings. Let's take a look at what monitor playback looks like in Eclipse. I'm in Eclipse 12, and in order to configure my monitor device, I'm going to go to my user settings, the Edit tab, and then Audio Playback. Or I can click on Audio Control Panel on my toolbar, or go to Tools, Multimedia, and Audio Control Panel. Up at the top of this window, there are Playback and Alt Playback, which we covered previously. However, additionally, we have monitoring options. Monitoring options are what control where and how audio is played back through your monitoring device. Monitoring differs from playback fundamentally in that it is always going to be playing what is currently happening, or playing what is currently happening at a delay you specify. Monitor playback is not tied to your cursor location, whereas your standard playback and alt playback are. With monitoring, it does not matter where your cursor is when you issue the monitoring command. Monitoring will simply play back your mixed channel or your single channel of audio into whatever device you specify with the settings that you have specified. Now, there are a few important settings to look at when you're talking about monitoring. First of all is the output device itself. For monitoring, we recommend using headphones. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Headphones are the superior functionality. So I'm going to click Output Devices, and I see that I have my Logitech headset selected. If the wrong device is selected here, highlight it and click Change, or if nothing is selected, click Add. Select the device that you want to listen through when you're monitoring. In my case, I'm selecting my Logitech headset. Once you've selected the device you'd like to listen through, press OK, and we can take a look at the other settings. If you're using multi-channel recording and you want to monitor, be advised that you're going to always listen to the mixed channel when monitoring. Now, in this window, you can use both speed and threshold to adjust how you're monitoring. While you might speed up your audio during editing to get through editing portions faster, while you're live monitoring, you might find that you instead want to slow down a very fast speaker or slow down an expert speaker so that you can make sure that you stroke every single word that they utter. And so for this reason, you might consider slowing down audio when you're using monitoring instead of speeding it up. When you monitor audio, you're asking Eclipse to play back whatever is currently being processed by your input devices or microphones. When you ask Eclipse to monitor audio, you can do so at a specified delay that you can customize. If I click the delay button, right now it is set to 500, which is half a second. This is measured in milliseconds as it says here. And so every time I hit my monitor button, it's going to play the audio a half a second behind real life into my specified device. This allows me to delay the audio a little bit if desired, so that I can see my translation as the audio is coming up in my ears. You can also set this to 0 to monitor the audio in real time. You can also set this to a large number like 2000 to set a 2-second delay if desired. Now let's take a look at what this delay setting does. I'm going to set it to 0 first. And I'm going to tile my Eclipse screen with this video. I have Eclipse configured so that it will hear this YouTube video whenever it plays. When I play the YouTube video, you see that in Eclipse, the waveform display responds. This is what Eclipse is configured to listen to and record. However, you won't hear it unless I use the monitor function. So let's take a look at exactly how monitor works. If I go to the audio control panel and look at monitoring options, right now it's set to speed 100 with a delay of 0, meaning it's going to play real-time audio at the normal speed. So let's see what happens when we monitor this audio.
Human trafficking, things of that nature.
Okay. Can you give the jury a brief summation of your education?
Yes. So I have a bachelor's degree in finance that I attained from the University of Central Florida.
And so you see that while we were monitoring, right now, currently with the delay set to 0, it was matching word for word in real time. I'm going to set this delay to a second, which is 1,000 milliseconds. And now let's see what it looks like when we monitor and look at the speaker.
That time.
So the FBI in general was tasked with supporting our local and state partners. We did anything from interviews to phone extractions to assisting interviews outside of the state. Primarily my responsibility.
And so you see that the delay functionality allows you, if desired, to listen to the live audio at a delay that you can specify. Or if you simply set it to 0, it will be in real time. Now, one of the other things that you can do is adjust the speed to account for someone who's speaking very quickly or about difficult subject matter. So I'm going to drop my speed down to 75%. And let's take a listen at what monitor sounds like now. And remember, we're at no delay.
You've received.
I received training through the FBI as part of the Computer Analyst Response Team Technician, as well as the Digital Evidence Examination Technician.
Okay, when you say response team, what does that mean exactly?
Essentially, like any of the.
And so you see that I was able to slow down real life. This allows me to catch up or keep up as necessary. And I can also choose monitoring options and combine a slower speed with a higher threshold so that I skip over any quiet parts to help keep up even further.
Yes.
Okay, and how long have you been a part of that team?
I believe about 3 years now.
Okay, and have we sufficiently covered your training regarding digital evidence, or is there anything else you would like the jury to know?
So that's the majority of my training with.
And so you see, you're able to use a combination of these two settings to get the best possible results, to slow down the speech for understandability, but also skip over the quiet parts so that you can keep up. Just like with other playback options, there's also a level slider here that you can use to adjust the playback level of your monitor device. And so right now it's set at 98%.
Data from the cell phones,
but I can reduce my monitor playback setting and try again.
Essentially what that does is we ask the cell.
And that audio is quieter as a result. And so you can use this to adjust the loudness of your monitored audio as well. There may be different ways that you'd like to use monitored audio. For some users, setting the speed and threshold to default and just making it louder so that they can hear what is happening in real time, amplified in their ears, might be all that's necessary. For other users, they may want to institute a slight delay so that the audio they're hearing matches what they're writing. Other users still may want to slow down and apply a threshold to the audio playback for expert witnesses or fast talkers. However you find that you need to use monitored audio, Eclipse now has the tools to offer you to make sure that it's not only possible, but advantageous. I hope that you'll give audio monitoring a try today, and I hope that it'll help streamline your workflow. Don't forget that Advantage Software offers anytime support. Our friendly and helpful tech support staff is available anytime. including weekends and holidays at 772-288-3266. Email support can also be reached at support@eclipsecat.com. Thank you for watching this video. Please hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so that you'll be notified when we publish new content in the future. Thank you so much, and have a great day.